What's going on, everybody? Cryptip Helper back again with another video. Today's video we're going to discuss about Bitcoin, what happened yesterday with all the pumps that were going around across the market. We're going to discuss 3 altcoins to keep an eye out for this coming week, which could be potential 20-30% trades, which I'll go in later on. But first of all, guys, as always, the channel is growing. As you can see, we're at 395 subscribers and I'd love to get to 400, so we're nearly there. So if you're new to the channel, guys, could you hit that subscribe button on the bottom right? I'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button to get the algorithm spread across the globe. That would be really appreciated. So guys, let's just look into this first. As you can see on Crypto Bubbles, you can see we've got a lot of green in the markets. So if you look at Bitcoin Cash, Flow, CFX, we've also got cover. Now, if you follow me on my Telegram group, I'll just go into this now. You would have seen me trade on cover and it was just spot on. So I'll just quickly go into this before we shoot along. So this was the setup for cover the other day. And we had the stop losses in and we had obviously the area where we thought it was going to go. And by God, it did go there. So I just want to show you guys. So yesterday it hit me first target, which took 22% off the table. And finally, this morning we hit 52%. So that was a great trade yesterday. This was 2 days ago. We had to wait a little bit for things to come into fruition, but it did. And obviously we comp trade, which was 13%. So on this channel, guys, you'll see I'll put setups in and you can have a look yourselves and do what you want. There's all sorts of new, like obviously other trades with Theta and Phantom. I'll put these trades in. I'll put the setups in and you can have a look for yourself. I'll put the link down below so you can follow me on my free Telegram group. But let's just get back into what's going on in the markets. So, as you can see, guys, before we go further, I want to show you what happened. Well, you know what happened, but remember this the other day, guys. The FOMC meeting come in. They didn't raise interest rates. And what happened? It went the opposite way. Now, lots of people had longs in, meaning they thought it was going to rocket off because it was good news. So what happened is the market makers took it down, grabbed all the liquidity, and it come back up again. So this was the attack on Coinbase and Binance. The sky was falling. Remember, the market was so bleak 2 weeks ago, everybody thought it was going to zero. But if you just pay attention to the charts, they'll tell you what's going on. So as you can see, the big news out was BlackRock, Fidelity, Deutsche Bank, all them are applying for ETFs. And what happened is, round about this area, the news come out and you could see this little bull flag forming. And also, once we broke out of it, we retested and we've just took off. And as you can see, in fact, where did it reach? We reached towards 29, just over 29k. So, guys, if you don't understand BlackRock, I've just put out this trade chart. BlackRock hits a record 10 trillion in assets. So they have 10 trillion. And so did all the other other companies like Deutsche Bank. These are all multi-trillion-dollar assets on their books. So why is that good for Bitcoin? Well, it's going to get exposure to the people that's around the globe who are obviously into these ETFs. So it's going to be a lot of money flooding in. Excuse me, guys. So there's a guy I follow on Twitter. Great guy, full of enthusiasm. You might already know him, but Martini guy. And here's why he's expecting Bitcoin to hit 300 grand within the next 24 months. So BlackRock ETF expected to be around 5 billion. This means BlackRock have to acquire the Bitcoin so it can be traded, so they will naturally have price impact. Around 1 billion in buying pressure moves Bitcoin around 10%. So on their own, BlackRock will move Bitcoin to around 35, 40k. From there you have a new ETF launching. That means a lot of hype and promotion. It will be the world's most anticipated ETF ever. Likely with all the news coverage, the price will reach its previous all-time high. From here, Bitcoin halving will kick in, which is next year. That will be exciting. This halves the block rewards, meaning Bitcoin has to double in price so the miners can keep making money. So the price will double again to around 140,000 in his opinion. From there, now Bitcoin has full momentum. New VC, huge institutional investments. This new wave of adoption propels Bitcoin to another 2x in price to around 300 grand. I love his enthusiasm. Mine's a little bit more conservative. I'm going towards the 150. But hey, if it hits 300, that is brilliant because it'll drag alts up with it. So the top of the stock to flow would be around 360. So expect a peak between 300 and 360. The bull market is coming back. So guys, it is exciting. Things are looking up for a change. We've been bleeding for this last 2 years. Portfolios have been getting absolutely hammered. So I know the altcoins have went up a little bit. Now they haven't had a full alt season. I know there's some that are 20% here, which is good. But when you look at the dominance, so Bitcoin dominance, guys, it's around 51%. And if we scroll right back, we haven't been like this for about, I think it's about 2 years. I'll just go on a higher time frame to show you what I mean. So, as you can see, the dominance is going up even more now. Wow. So, as you can see, guys, round about the 48, this was on, say, April. So, this has been like this for years. We've eventually broke out, we've retested, and now we're going even higher. Wow, this is live as well. So, what have we got in sight? So, guys, there's no gap all the way back up to 62%. So, the Bitcoin dominance could be taking effect where Bitcoin could start reaching 35, 40,000. Now, I know people who are on altcoins are thinking, well, when we're going to get an altcoin season? Well, while this dominance is continuing to rise, guys, most of the dominance is in Bitcoin. So, it's not going to flood into the altcoins just yet. Now, I'm not saying that that's not going to happen because it will happen, but it's a matter of when. So we've just got to be patient on that one. So if it does come up and then it starts coming back down the dominance, then obviously it bleeds into Ethereum, then into the altcoins. And I know we're all desperately waiting for that. We've waited long enough, but we've just got to be patient. So guys, that's just it on the Bitcoin dominance, what's been going on. Now, there's 3 altcoins that I'm looking at, and I'm going to show you, I'll move this over here. I'm going to show you why I'm keeping an eye on it. But right now, with the dominance going up, wow, this is amazing. I'm actually excited. So the first coin I want to show you is Matic. So this is Matic, guys. And as you can see, it's down significantly. So I want to jump this on the hour chart. And as you can see, look, where is my lines? We'll have this gap to fill. So I'm just going to zoom this in now. And what I would expect from here, guys, is I'll show you. There we go. So I would like to see a little retrace first. So just a little retrace coming down here, guys. And then I'll be looking to enter. And then we want to break this high. And then we've got this big gap up here. So what I would do is I'd wait for this retest. And then I'm going to put my risk reward and show you. So I'd have a long position round about here. Wherever it holds as support. I'd have me risk reward tool. I'd have this under the previous low, so whatever the low is, and we've got this big gap to fill up. So I'm just going to move that down. Move the stop to these previous support, and as you can see, guys, we've got a nice gap up to around this area. So I'm going to be risking around about 5% of my portfolio to gain 25% of my portfolio, which is a good risk reward tool. And as you can see with the FUD, this is the big gap that needs filled. So a nice little retest round about this area, and I'll just put this sort of uptrend up here. Look, so there's the uptrend. You could possibly see it fall back down to this area. So hopefully it would go on to this as support. I'd put my risk reward in. It's 25% for 5, which is great. And if you're on a 5x, that is a lot of money. So that is just the first one on Matic that I'm looking at personally. I'm looking for this retest and then off. Now, it might just decide to not even listen to me. It might just decide to fuck right off and just head straight up there. But we'll never know. So the other one I want to talk about is VeChain. So guys, just the same again. I'm looking for another retrace. As you can see on the RSI down below, we're starting to go towards the oversold. So I would like to see another little retest come down. Maybe hold these supports round about this area, and then start heading up. like this to fill that gap up. And if you look at the risk reward again, you're looking at a 13% gain. So how I would do this again, I would put my long position in. Wherever it retraces to, it might come a little bit further. I'll wait for confirmation. Put that in. Put my stop loss around these previous lows here. And then we've got the gap up to this to fill up. And looking at it, there's a 14.5% with a 4% risk. Another great risk reward trade. Remember guys, it's all about calculated risks. If you can put the risks as low as possible and the rewards high as possible, then you put yourself in a good position. And then the last one I want to talk about is Chainlink. And for Chainlink being here is criminal at $5. Honestly guys, if you see the potential of Link, it's unbelievable. So yet again, these are similar trades. Now, in fact, I'm just going to show you on a higher time frame on this last one. As you can see, we've always held this as support. The arrow's bouncing up at the $5.40 area. And now we did break that with the FUD. And what I would love to see is to break that and come back and retest it and use that as support. So my thinking would be if it breaks up to this side, then comes back and now this is support again, then I would use that as a great risk reward trade. But my opinion is, what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to retest this again, come down a bit, similar to what's happened to these other trades, and then we're going to get the breakout, the retest as support, and then go up to fill this gap. So if you wanted to use your risk reward again, you would have it on this retest. You'd have this gap filled up, and you would have your stop loss round about this area here. And yet again, that is a 2% risk for a 16.5% reward. So that is a great risk reward trade, guys, and that's what I'm looking at the moment. See a nice little retrace and then start heading up to fill these gaps, because these gaps normally fill. So guys, that is it today. Just a short video. I just wanted to show you what's going on with the ETF. That's going to make obviously crypto more adoptable, and it's great exposure for the crypto space. Obviously we've discussed the three coins that I'm looking to trade during the next couple of days, which would be great. So guys, that's it. If you like this, guys, please do hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I really want to get that 400. Hit the like button. But most of all, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.